We're competing for best club. That's what we're
best
going
club.
for.
We're going for.
So we'll put a show within the show.
Yeah. There were other car clubs out there too.
Of course.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, that's why we had to do also, because we were competing not just within the show. We had to compete against those other clubs too.
You get along with all the other clubs?
We do now, yes.
You do
yeah.
now?
Yeah, we do now.
Back
We do
then, now we do
Yeah,
now.
we do now.
Everybody says that.
Yeah,
now.
we
Things
do
have
now.
changed.
It wasn't really beef. It was just more competition.
Yeah.
Competition, and then a lot of it had a part to do with the internet. You know, the internet wars come
yeah.
on, and then they start putting other cars down, and then it starts problems. But it's beautiful. It was always nocturnal, swift, explicit, always going back, all three of us. You know what I mean? So it was a fun days, you know, and
What's going on, everybody? Joe Ray. This is the Wired Down Show. Special episode. They're all special. We have Nokturnal Car Club in here. Yeah, the big wheels and all the fiberglass work and all that. But we're all going to learn something about this car club. They're just as equal as any lowrider that's out there. 57 Rags, 63s, Rivieras, whatever it is. They are a branch off, just like the mini trucks, the Volkswagens, the V-Classos. Before I get too far, shout out to one of our proud sponsors, Power Master Performance. You need them to turn these vehicles on and to stay on and pump out those sounds. That's what they are all about. Power Master Performance, everybody. Nokturnal is here. That's right. A crazy ass name. I'm going to have each member, officer, presidents are here. You guys introduce yourselves and we'll get this show rolling. Big time. Go ahead.
My name is Rudy, and I'm a counsel for the LA chapter, the Mother Chapter, and also run a lot of the Texas chapters and Japan chapters. And my boy over there to my right.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bear, counsel from LA. Been in the club, going on 25 years.
Lefty from Nokturnal LA Chapter. I'm the counsel as well, just like my fellow council members right here.
My name is Hector. They call me Zacatecas, president of Nokturnal for the last 20 plus years, and from the Mother Chapter in LA. And these are my council members here.
So you guys have been around since 2001.
2001.
At the end of the year, you're going to celebrate the big 25, right?
Big 25, yes.
Since I'm on the subject about big wheels, you guys are known for big wheels.
Yeah.
Our club is mostly a lot about associated with the big dub style wheels, the TISs, the
I have
20s, 22s.
There's a couple
24s.
things to say about all of
Right.
that. And I'll get to the other one later.
Sure.
But you got your lowrider inside the garage. You may close that garage, but out there in that driveway, you got something on 26s, on 30s.
SUVs.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Because when I first started lowrider and I wanted to get that job, and they asked, what can you do for it? And I thought, well, there's just too many ads. I found out that all those big wheel ads had nothing to do with lowriding, but they were in all the pages. While people were paying, companies were paying for advertisement, and I guess they were selling rims, big rims. They were selling them. Otherwise, they wouldn't advertise, and that's what kept us afloat. So then I learned real quick the first couple of days when I was there. And then the other thing, too, is, and for everybody out there, this car club, along with there's a few other big wheel car clubs.
Yes, there is.
You guys were always like in segregation, pushed to the back of the hall or to this side altogether, like the bikes and all that.
Yeah.
Different because you guys were different, and you really weren't. So I want you guys to feel comfortable here,
Yeah.
because
We were different,
guys-
but we weren't different.
but you guys customize extremely. Don't think that we're not watching. Don't think that I've seen a few of your award-winning vehicles that you guys have had, that I didn't see all the paint was going in behind the lights, that I didn't see all the fiberglass work on the interiors. You can only do so much with leather.
Yes.
The velvet days are gone.
Right.
But when you incorporate fiberglass, consoles, all that craziness in there, we were all watching. Everybody got ideas, and it kept lowriding alive and well, and still does. So feel comfortable here to say whatever you got. I got a few other questions, but that'll roll down the line here.
Well,
So
like you were saying, with the big wheels, I feel that we were part of the car culture, our paint jobs. We had the candies, we had the pinstriping, we did the engraving 15 years ago. We did the fiberglass work. We just had our only difference was our wheels, you know. But we started engraving the wheels back then. We started doing everything that every car show we would hit the big dub show scene back then.
Danny
You
D
know,
paint
the big
job. Danny D paint jobs.
Danny D paint jobs. There you go. See?
I know.
Yeah. You know, and then we used the same upholstery, the same painters, but you know, the bigger scene back in 2000, early, mid 2000s was the dub shows. So we would hit those hard, 100 cars deep, with the rest of the other bigger car clubs that were out there as well. But you know, we started getting a name for ourselves, and we were riding on that wave during the YouTube videos. Do you guys remember? We were able to grow with all these chapters, and I feel that, you know, our cars deserved that recognition. Dub Magazine gave it to us. Big shout out to them as well, to John Ramos and the fellas out there. They had our backs. You know, you guys, they started opening more doors, more categories for us. And, you know, we're able to show now, you know, what we had. You know, a lot of us competed on the big lowrider circuit. Bear, Rudy, and Lefty right here would help us out with our trucks, our SUVs that we were trying to.
Truck of the year is left
Truck
and
of the
right. You
year,
guys
La
always
Reina.
won. Yep.
La Reina from Nocturnal
That
is
was a
my
badass
truck.
paint job too.
You know, Mexico Collision Center, Javier
Yep.
and his family, they did that whole build. Edgar Castañeda Engraving,
Yeah.
they did all my truck. You know, Hapos, they did the hydraulics. You know, the wheels that were done by Asanti, and all the engine work. I mean, a lot of the stuff, the modifications on that truck were done by big names as well, you know, but I was able to win thanks to these guys. You know, they were always there. Lefty himself always participating right with us all the time with his Tucking 28s truck, you know, and, you know, a lot of cars over the years that we brought up. Like you said, you know, some of them had the big oversized wheels, you know, and we were bringing in split hoods back in 2004. People were like, wow, these guys are crazy. You know, we had the Bentley front end on a Lexus. We called them the Bentleys. You know, we had a Toyota mini truck with, what is it?
With the Lexus front
The
end?
Lexus front end, you know, the Lexoma. We call them Lexoma. So we were incorporating different stuff that people sometimes say that might be ugly, but it's different, you know, and it's nice to that person. But he would use really, really nice paint jobs. And, you know, we were trying to hit the show scene hard. And I think we were able to accomplish, you know, being recognized and being known throughout the lowrider circuit as well. Since we are from LA originally, the car club started here. We would hold our meetings in Montebello at Grand Ray Park at first as well. And then, you know, we just got too big. And we had to split up into chapters because it was just too many of us gathering at the same time. And, you know, that's how we started growing little by little. And then San Fernando formed, San Diego formed, Orange County formed, and
Inland
then
Empire.
Inland Empire. And then from there, we just, because of YouTube, Oxnard,
How many chapters?
actively, I would say we're probably around 28 right now. We were at one point almost 33 chapters, including Japan. And there's one in Mexico, Saltillo, Coahuila, Mexico.
Oh, badass.
Yeah, you know, because like you said, when you go into somebody's driveway, the first thing you see,
Everybody's got a Tahoe.
everybody's
man.
got a Tahoe
They
on
got
big wheels. So,
22s, right?
you know, and a lot of people love to see them at a show because they can get customized too. You know, we customize them a certain way along with the rest of the clubs.
In the heydays of the dub shows, and you guys would show 100 vehicles, right?
Yeah.
All different chapters.
We would get capped off. They would
Crazy.
tell us to hold back. And believe it or not,
When it goes 100, we had to pick and choose
pick and choose actual members
point scales.
because we went off the point scale and we wanted to make sure we took the best of the best to that show. So we would ask all our chapters from Bakersfield, Vegas, San Diego,
Arizona,
Oxnard, up north,
Arizona.
Arizona. You know what? We're going to hit the LA big show,
That'd be our mandatory show.
our mandatory show here. And we
the
tell-
convention center
the
dub show.
convention center dub show. And we would tell them, you know what? We're going to start picking, send us what you got from every chapter. And then we would take 2-3 days, long nights, actually.
Weeks,
pick
we'd
those-
meet up
fucking
weeks,
meetings, man.
weeks,
Yeah,
weeks. And
All
because-
nighters. Trying to pick what colors.
how
What
to
goes with
coordinate,
what?
yeah, where to park. We'd park them. We'd have to be in.
Yeah, 'cause
For
like-
coordination.
Yeah,
the
because
whole
like you
lineup.
said, there's
Yeah, how
yeah.
to-
so
how
many
to-
You can't have two lime green trucks
Yeah.
together.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Four
yeah.
cars.
Yeah.
too many trucks, too
Yeah,
many
yeah.
SUVs. So we had to pick
And
and
we had to
choose.
pick
We
and
would start
choose.
the line with the ones that are going to go up in the air with the full undercarriages, and put the fillers in the middle, and then start the lines again at the end. Put the big what was it,
The truss
trussing. We would rent
bands,
trussing and all
lighting.
that. A lot of lighting. We wanted to make it big to attract.
We're competing for best club. That's what
the
we were
best
going
club.
for.
We were
Yeah.
going for.
So we'll put a show within the show.
There were other car clubs out there too.
Of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
We
Well,
would-
that's why we had to do also because we were competing not just within the show. We had to compete against those other clubs too.
Yeah.
You get along with all the other clubs.
We do now, yes.
You do
yeah.
now? I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, we do now.
Back
We do
then,
now.
now we do.
Yeah,
now.
we do now.
Everybody
now.
says that.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, we
Things
do
have
now.
changed. huh?
It wasn't really beef. It was just more competition.
Yeah.
Competition, and then a lot of it had a part to do with the internet. You know, the internet
Yeah,
wars
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, and then they start putting other cars down, and then it starts problems. But it's beautiful.
Exactly.
It was always Nocturnal, Swift, Explicit, always going back, all three of us. You know what I mean? So it was a fun days. You know, and now I'm not gonna lie, the dub show, the scene, everything kind of died out for a little bit after COVID and everything kind of went down. But right now it's coming back up. Like everybody's in the streets, everybody's out there low riding. Everybody, you see a lot of our dub cars in the streets now, which is beautiful. You know what I mean? It's coming back. A lot of people are coming back, bringing their bills back, and then elevating it. You know what I'm saying? They're elevating to the newer stuff, the newer style, less fiberglass, more woodwork. You know what I mean? More like they do like what is it, leather interiors and stuff. So they change it up a little bit. So
Right.
which is a good thing, you know. Everything started to see it. I feel like history is repeating itself with a lot of stuff now. You know what I mean? You see a lot of things coming back. You even have these companies, they brought back spinners now. You know what I'm saying? Spinners haven't been around for at least 16, 17 years,
they're
and they're
back, huh?
really coming back, and people are liking them.
I seen them. I
People
seen them
are
on the
putting
boulevard.
Lamborghini doors on newer trucks again, and they're starting to do it again. So I mean, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own taste. Like me, I build it to what I like. You know what I mean? I don't build it to impress other people or to. I do what I like and whatever style I like to do. If I want to do this to the truck, I do it because I like it. You know what I'm saying? If I like it, I like it. If everybody else likes it, cool. If they don't, I'm also cool with that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've been lucky enough that people appreciate the craftsmanship that's gone into our builds, you know? So that's the cool thing about it. So,
Yeah, I built my yellow truck the way I liked it,
mhm.
and actually I built it because I wanted to be lowrider.
Just like my boy, when he
Well, they
first
did
came
when
out, he
I
was
was
on wire
coming in.
wheels.
Yeah, he was on wires.
He was on wire wheels.
with his SUV.
Yeah,
Exactly.
newer style truck on wire wheels, you know,
20 inch
drag.
gains for the longest time. Then got like 24s,
Mhm.
wires.
We would go bigger, but they don't make them.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
we always said if you guys make them, we'll put them on.
yeah, for 10,000 a set.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like
Right,
Sonny and all that
right,
too. That's
right.
another world
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah, so everything's
I mean, I always wanted to be I read the Lowrider magazine since I was a kid. So my goal was
to be the president of Nocturnal.
to be the president of Yeah, there you go.
Well, when you start going towards Houston, I
Mhm.
think even all the shows at Houston are predominantly big wheel vehicles.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
There's a lot of, when I would go out there and do that show,
yes.
35% were lowriders.
Lowriders.
Everything else was big wheels.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I had
our-
to go and film that, do a video on
Our
it.
Texas chapter.
And it's
is
like,
very-
well, it's too bad. That's a badass candy teal. I
Yeah.
wonder who painted that on a Chrysler.
Right.
Or I come back, even that crazy Mustang with the doors, the diamond doors.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that was done, I mean, there's just a lot of ideas
Right.
that you guys incorporate in your cars that everybody can take from there and add a little bit of into their own cars,
Right.
even for
Yeah.
the classic
Right.
traditional lowriders, which we do. We're always looking around and all the colors, the blends.
Mm-hmm.
You see the engraving there, the pinstriping's there, the paint is there, the chrome is there, modifications, which I love. I think we got to think out of the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Come on, guys. Nothing wrong with shaving and customizing it if it looks good.
Right.
But I
exactly.
mean, you guys put a big dent into low riding whether everybody wants to accept it or they don't. At the end of the day, even for the low riders, for the 14s and a small tire, we're trying to show rim. We've always
Right.
been showing a big wheel.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing from airbags to hydraulics, whatever gets you down on the floor. I know traditionalists are going to say, oh, it's hydraulics. I don't care if you put parking blocks in your trunk, whatever gets you down on the floor,
Yes.
airbags or whatever your choice is, as long as it's slammed. And It's a branch of lowriding.
Right.
It has to be. And for you guys supporting even the lowrider shows, putting you guys out there in a corner, bringing you up, changing the modifications. So how was Dub's categories? They had to cater to you because besides the Ferraris and the BMWs, you guys were the main attraction.
Right. Well, they had the best trucks, best SUVs, best import, best.
Were the categories there though?
Yeah.
They were written after your vehicles.
Yeah, they were 4-door Mile, 4-door Wild,
Four-door
full
wide,
size,
full size, and all that.
mini SUV, full size SUV, mini truck, full size truck, import. They had all the categories for us, And then Lowrider was a little different. Sometimes they had best dub, sometimes they had like special interest for us. Like they would put us on special interest or top 40 or one of those trophies. But like actual
And then they had
categories
best of show.
and best of shows, like as far
Yeah,
as
Dub was built for the
Our
newer
categories,
cars, for those categories.
category.
Like we won't just be like best truck is not like with the 4-door trucks. It's not one category, so it'll be 2 categories for 4-door and then full size.
They had street, mild, and wild. So they had like full size mild,
Lowrider.
full size street, full size wild. So they had like sometimes they had 3 categories in each.
Only thing they didn't have was that 60s, 64 to
Oh my
Yeah.
67, 70 to 72.
Or the 5 hours at trophy presentation,
Don't
right?
get me wrong. I mean, that's great, but that's a long time.
Hey everyone, before we get back to our episode, we want to give a shout out to one of our proud sponsors, Power Master Performance. One of the most important parts under the hood of your lowrider is the alternator. The key to selecting an alternator is to make sure its output meets and exceeds the electrical needs on your ride, especially at idle. For instance, if you have an electric fan, electric fuel pump, big amps, airbag compressors, you're already looking at over 100 amps. And that's not counting the ignition, exterior lighting, or air conditioning. The other important part is to understand that the alternator must be capable of supporting those electronics at lower RPMs while idling or cruising in traffic. Plus, it's available in chrome, polished, black, and natural housing for single V-belt and serpentine belt systems. For more information about PowerMaster's HPR series, just go to powermasterperformance.com. Back in the days when I was Lowrider there, and that was a big deal. The sales, it was everything. You got to sell magazines
Right.
towards the end so that everybody knows. Magazines just, I don't care what it was, they just stopped selling because of the cell phone. People wanted it now. They didn't want to wait 2 months. The issues we had though was it came back and bit us in the ass was the advertisement. The big wheel companies started fading away to the point where they brought it up to me. Hey man, I think that the Chryslers and the big wheel cars and Suburbans, they're starting to fade away. And I go, they are. And I felt it a little bit. And I go, they kind of are. And like the mini trucks and the Volkswagens,
Right.
it supported low riding and it kept it alive. It was a branch off, right?
Right.
And then I was told by the publisher you need to find some nice cars. I don't care what car it is that has big wheels to support those advertisers, to keep the magazine alive.
Right.
And we started looking around, and the first couple issues, we would put a 3-pager of a big wheel car all the time, right?
Centerfold.
So we started searching around, and we found a few of them, and they were badass. They were painted and everything. And then all of a sudden, like a big wave just came in about, 212, 213, and everything was getting fiberglass painted. And they were just as bad as the cars on the front cover and the centerfold. They were, because we had to pick and choose, right? And that was no problem no more. And it looked like it grew. And that was the problem too that we were asked. How do you get those guys out of dub and get them into lowrider to show at the lowrider shows? And I know you guys weren't happy with the trophy categories sometimes. Things were never fair. And then we thought, man, you guys are just not going to come back. So we had to pay attention to all of that. Thank God we did.
We were there.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't
Always
just
happened.
us. It was always, the other two big.
Look at that.
Even though they would put them in the basement, like we still show up.
You guys,
put us in the
I
basement.
like
at
you
the
guys
convention
get
center,
along
we're
now,
still
but you
there,
won't
right?
mention those clubs,
I
right?
didn't mention the names, but I said those other two clubs.
But I think what pushed us to always go to lowrider shows is because, especially me and him too, probably we all went to lowrider shows before when we were younger.
Yeah.
We were in lowrider clubs before.
Lowrider.
We hanged around with lowrider clubs. So
Yeah.
our spark is still lowrider, you know? That's why with our newer cars, they did the lowrider patterns, like
Try to
Sakas.
incorporate.
Lefty did it on his truck with Danny D painting it. Bear did it with the patterns too. So it just, you know, it came out, you know, like we always try to lowrider always gave us the influence. So it always, you know, that's why we still, even though sometimes we'll be like, oh, they don't get our category. So what? It's a lowrider show. Let's just go to it.
Yeah.
And nowadays there's no dub shows. There's no really shows for us, so we have to go to lowrider shows and hit the boulevard with the lowriders, and because there's no more dub shows. There's no more. There's only like more truck shows now for the truck scene, but we still fall with the lowriders.
I think we did good.
So.
We did good.
Well,
We
you
do
know,
good,
back
though.
in those days when dub was going in their heydays,
Yeah.
they had all the women
Yes.
because of the Ferraris and the BMWs once
Yeah.
again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't get that crowd because we had we all looked like cholos and we all drank beer, and there were going to be fights. So you couldn't get women to come to our shows,
Yeah.
and because of that, not enough guys would go to this show because all the women were at the dub show.
Yeah.
So we had to change that up a little bit, and I think by itself, dub slowly started regressing a little bit, and then
Yeah.
here comes Lowrider, and we started doing great,
Yeah.
and the numbers were up there, and then you guys came along, and it all fit in
Yeah.
perfectly.
Perfect.
So Nocturnal is a crazy ass name.
Yes, it is.
It's a badass name. You guys, the plaque that you guys make, you have it laser cut. How do you guys do that?
Well, the first one was they were poured, and unfortunately, somebody lost the molding, so we started going with the new laser cut now, and we go through Jackster like
Okay.
everybody else right now. Yeah,
Yeah, there's still a handful of us that
that
have
have
the
the
mold.
original.
I still got mine. I was
Yeah,
one
I
of the
have one
first
too.
orders.
yeah, I have mine.
Are there standards? Well, before I even get into that, you guys have lowriders in there too.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
The other lowriders, the ones with the 14s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
13s.
That's cool.
13s.
13s,
Those-
right?
The
Well,
lowriders,
that's
we don't,
another
wires,
argument I
13
have
wires.
sometimes.
the lowriders, we don't put stickers on them. We have them fly their plaques.
Yeah.
Like we have them fly plaques, so they don't put stickers on their windshield or on their back
Not-
window.
okay,
They
okay.
Don't disrespect
they
the
do
lowrider.
plaques. So
Oh wow, that's
we
cool.
have high standards on the plaques too. You got to be with the club 2 years,
Minimum
minimum 2 years in order to be able to get a plaque.
and 7.
That long?
Yes,
Yes.
2
You
years.
guys are out of your minds.
Yeah,
You don't wait that long.
2
2
years.
years. Why
Well,
not?
you
You,
know,
want to be in the
Well,
club?
it takes 2 years at least to get your truck or
Yeah.
car painted,
Yeah,
right?
that's 2 years to have all the 7 mods we need and be a 2-year good standing member in order for you to be
And go out of state at least one time.
Yeah. So
That's cool.
yeah, we did 2 years. We've always had that since the beginning. It's always been
Any
2
other
years.
standards?
Yeah, to be a front flag member, you got to have at least five
modification?
modifications on your car, and you'll be able to fly the front flag, because a lot of the big wheel cars, we use the front flag sticker that goes on your windshield. And then if you're a probation member, it's 3 body mods, and you can fly a sticker anywhere in the side of your car or in the back windshield, but not the front until you meet those standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to have at least wheels, paint, suspension, sounds, and
Body
whichever
mods.
other little body mod you can do that's not stock, that will count towards
And meetings, you got to attend a few meetings, a
Yeah.
few car cruise nights, in order to be a full flag member.
I just put in work.
Just put in work.
Yeah, put in the work.
And you guys all get along real good, huh?
Within the club, yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the club, yeah. I mean,
So
there's
who
gonna be
came
all-
up with all these ideas and rules? It took a long time. 25
Well, yeah, it
years,
took a long time,
forever.
but back when I joined, we had already the rules that were the bylaws, and then we pretty much went over it when I became president. And what was it?
Yeah,
18?
the majority of our rules, man, they're all pretty much like common sense.
Yeah, it's just common.
Don't
Aren't
be
they?
a, don't be a
Straightforward.
dick.
Yeah, they have to be
Yeah.
like
One
no
of us
fighting
don't be a
with other
dick.
cars.
Don't be a
One of
dick,
them-
yeah.
Dick.
No, I
Exactly.
just always respect the name. If
Yeah.
if it comes down to it, I mean, we don't want to do it, but if it comes down to putazos, take off the shirt, that type of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
fighting with members, no picking
fighting
up on
with
their girls. There's a lot of rules that we imply as well. Like, but yeah, there has been some members that don't obviously get along for personal reasons, but they stay on their own side, and they respect the club, you know. So there's always going to be drama
There's
within the club.
cliques.
There's always little
know,
groups.
I
groups
can
of
have the
people.
LA chapter here, and it's could be 30 of us strong. 5 are always over here. 5 are always over here.
Them
But
clicks.
that's
But
because
those
they-
5 get bored of each other, and then they join the
then
other
they
ones,
join
and
the
they
other
swap.
5.
Yeah.
But it's always been like that. I mean,
Yeah.
he might get along with Lefty more
Yeah.
because they live closer to each other and they talk more. Me and Rudy talk more because we probably see each other at work more, you know, for whatever reason.
Or
But it's not.
people that transfer chapters. Sometimes I hang around with Rudy a lot, and I'm from the San Diego chapter, but I stay out here, so I can just move to the LA chapter. And same thing, you got to be in good standings. Your chapter has to give you the blessing to be able to transfer over. So there's a lot of rules and stuff we go through too.
Every one of our
Keep an
chapter
eye-
runs on either a council system
Our president.
or a president. We used to do a president, but it got to the point that we decided to any new chapter that was starting, we would just put either 2 or 3 councils, so that there would never be any bickering, and they would just communicate back to the mother chapter. But we don't have any problems out there major that we ever
No.
haven't had in a while that we needed to fix.
Yeah, lately everything's been on cruise control.
Everything's been on
It's
cruise. You know, this is part of my council. There's actually 3 more council members, and they all divide the chapters within. Each one handles 4 or 5 each, and then they communicate with them the feedback, and then they'll bring it back to a council meeting that I hold at least once a month if we can during the
more like
show
a
season.
We all vote.
We all vote.
We all vote. And
If there's a certain item that comes up that they couldn't handle at a chapter level, that the mother chapter needs to get involved, but it's very rare. Everything runs itself. I mean, like he says, nobody gets
It's
in trouble.
impossible.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know,
But
there's-
it's impossible even for one chapter, but
right.
it is. But I mean, for all the chapters to do the same thing, to be uniform,
Yes, exactly.
and they get it, and don't be
Well,
a dick.
see,
That's the
that's-
main bylaw.
Don't be
Exactly.
a dick.
And
that's-
that's where the remember the bylaws where we had the certain rim. We started running into the rim situation
Mhm.
because certain
states have
they're,
different.
they're just different. Like
Yeah.
Virginia and back in the east, they were really really big and
They're
donk
different.
style more than low. You know.
Yeah.
So we just got to go with the areas and we were like trying to come up with what would be a nice size big rim that would qualify
Right.
as a mod. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, is 20-inch cut it? No, they got to go to the next level. 20-inch everybody has, so we wouldn't count that as a rim mod no more. You got to go up to the next level and try to fit those big wheels in that car. You know, so that will count as a major body mod to us.
Where do you guys see the future going for big wheel vehicles customized like that? Because you see some of the subjects on here.
Right.
Where's Lowrider going the next 5-10 years? It's almost unaffordable, right?
Right.
Yeah.
How do you get the younger generation involved?
Right. Well, it's to me, like you said,
They're making brand new trucks for you guys all day long.
yeah.
You can take a brand new Escalade, and I'm sure you got a few of them, and it's slammed on the floor. It's not fair. The last
Right,
car
it's
they
not
made
fair.
for us was what, 84?
Yeah, it ain't fair, but the problem is too, like we were talking about earlier, that these shops, bro, like just to lay it on the floor is gonna cost you a good 40,000-50,000. And that's that's maybe for these, especially the
Body
newer
drops.
cars. If you want it body dropped, if you want it body
Gotta
dropped,
finance a house, man.
yeah. So it gets to that point.
But there's some people, if you're gonna spend, to me, 100,000 on a Cadillac Escalade, and to do that to it, like,
Yeah.
but-
That's where I think they criticize it a lot because our Escalade that we get, it's going to depreciate. It's going to lose value as soon as you come out the
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Opposed of a 59, 58,
Right.
63, 62, 64
True.
Impala,
Right.
those hold their value. As the time goes by, the value is going up. These our cars, the value is going down, and it's just, I think it's just a preference, like something people like and that are into and are able to afford it and do it
Right.
and they can do it and they like it, but I think it's evolving. I think right now, the way I've been seeing the scene on our scene, I think less is more. To me, I think less is better. You know what I mean? Like not all fiberglass, not all the crazy door, all the crazy modification, different front ends. I think less is more now. Something nice and clean, some nice door panels. Something not too crazy, and it just looks nicer. I think
not
that's
too
what
crazy,
the
but I
times are on
still
now.
think like
I feel like
Shaved
that's where our time's
handles,
on. Yeah,
even
shaved
suicide
handles.
door,
Yeah, shaved
you know?
handles, suicide door,
Not too
stuff like
crazy
that.
like we were at first. You know, we were.
Yeah, I kind of
we
feel
were
like it's
going.
kind of it's different now. Like now around, I feel like it's less now.
I mean, people
Less
are
is
starting to enjoy their cars now.
Yes.
Back then, you never see those crazy cars on the street on
But
the
you know what?
boulevards
Maybe
cruising.
also because there's no magazines to look at.
there's no shows to go down on the streets.
Yeah,
Everybody's
there's
in the
no
streets. A
magazines.
lot of people are in the
Before you used
streets.
to open it up and look. I mean, some people scroll, but they just go by and pass it real
Right.
quick. You know, to me. But you know, big wheels. I mean, there's a lot of different
Right.
ones coming out, and we can only do so much to them. I mean, engraving. You know, and
Yeah, I feel there's a lot going on nowadays too. Like you have more cruise nights, more shows. I remember back then was like shows used to coordinate with each other. Like, hey, you're having it that weekend, we're gonna move ours to the following month. And now you have 6, 7 shows the same day.
on the
Yeah.
same Sunday.
When
So
are
you're
you
trying
going to
to
do it next
pick and
week, or we're going
choose.
to do ours too then?
Yeah.
So
Maybe
you're
invite
picking and
somebody else,
choosing,
another
yeah.
promoter, and we'll have
Yeah,
one.
you're picking and choosing on which one to go, and sometimes we even hit 3 shows in a day. We'll go there in the morning, and then guess what? We'll
And it
work
kind of
this
sucks though because it gets that other show less people to go to, and it's just people that are just,
picking and
hey,
choosing.
how was it? Well, just the people that showed their cars, not really, and that's the
That's all you
sucky
see.
part because of the same reason. Everybody books the same day. I'm gonna do it the same day he is. I'm gonna do it for what? It sucks because you know what? It sucks also because it gives you the thought, fuck, next time I'm not gonna go because this sucks, bro.
Yeah, it
But
does.
because they keep on doing them the same
Clashing.
day, so
Clashing.
one has 30 people, the other one has 25, and instead of just doing it one day, you skip a day like the way I did it before, you get pretty much everybody packed in one show. But right now it's just, I think that's what that is too.
A lot of shows going on now.
Yeah, too many shows the same day, same time.
Are you guys all for one for all? You pick a date, a
We
show, and everybody
we
goes?
we try to
We-
do
we
that
try to.
as best as possible.
we
We
used
do
to
one, right? One
yeah, we
mandatory
started
show a
again.
year.
We said we were going to do it this year again, but ever since COVID, you know, stuff has been
Yeah.
different. But we would, like the Southern California, the SoCal chapters, we would always pick a Mando show,
Mhm.
and everybody had to bring their chapter in, and we would gather and do one big nocturnal,
Mhm.
maybe 40, 50, 60 cars deep. So, you know, we'll try to hit this show, and we'll tell Oxnard, Fresno, Modesto, San Fernando, Orange County,
Diego.
San Diego,
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield, you know, us in LA. We're going to do this one, but if they announce their
Mando
mandatory
show.
show,
We all
we're
have to
all
go over
good
there. Yeah.
up there. But yeah, we try to coordinate so we can hit what we would call the major shows because we really want to be seen. Then we would coordinate and get everybody together organized so that we can hit it big and strong, you know?
Yeah, that's for our
but-
Mando shows.
You know, yeah, exactly, for Mando shows. We would call them Mando shows.
Yeah, on the regular, I think we have like a group called Shows Only, and then everybody sends in
It's a group
shows, and
text
then
that we
yeah,
that we
so everybody sends in the shows, and then they pick and choose. If it's not mandatory, let's just say a couple guys are going to Long Beach this weekend, a few guys want to go to Beverly or wherever, they just wherever they go. Or sometimes we coordinate. We're like, we're all going to go there, and we all just
because
go.
back like when you said when the dub thing was, sorry to keep bringing that up, we would go deep from LA to Texas. We would go transporter deeps.
Mhm.
We would go to every dub show that we could to try to hit out there back east to help support. And that's how we started a lot of those
Yeah,
chapters.
Texas, Albuquerque, Phoenix,
Yeah, New Mexico, Denver. Yeah.
San Diego when they had it in San Diego, up
San
north.
Diego.
Houston, San Antonio,
Yeah, Houston. That's
Florida.
how we opened a lot of our chapters.
Florida.
They saw us and, we recruited and we were able to start chapters, converted other car clubs into Nocturnal. That's the way we grew.
We all know about the paint, the custom paint. You guys are in and out and above, coming from behind and down sideways. The paint is there. The interiors, the fiberglass, all of that. Suspensions. You know what hydraulics are in a 62 Impala.
Yeah.
All the Pesco pumps, all that old aircraft
Yeah.
stuff. And basically, if you're not going to 3-wheel a car like that, especially if it's a rag, but you're going to put a nice suspension back there. So you're talking 20, 30 grand when you're out of there.
Mm.
But to lift a Tahoe or a Cadillac, to even get it up off the ground with that kind of weight, what's the cost for you guys?
Well,
Because we complain all the time
Yeah.
about
The
the
air
classic
rides, the
traditionals.
airbags.
they could tell maybe
Sometimes an
maybe
airbag won't. Certain airbags will lift that.
maybe them two could answer that question because I had I had the luxury that I had my friends to airbag my car, so my cost was very low. But I know these two
Don't be a
had to
dick.
pay at the beginning, so
He's,
like Lefty could tell you right now, he's been finishing and working
he's
his
breaking one of the
Tahoe.
bylaws right now.
Yeah, he's talking
does.
shit.
Talking shit. Yeah.
Nah, but Lefty's the blue Tahoe that's been out right now and out in the street, painted by Danny D, and he's been working on his suspension again, so he could tell you what the prices are now. So, because he's redoing it too. So
Yeah, before when I first built it, I think it was like 15,000 when I first laid it out on the frame. Now you're looking at like 30, 40,000. But those 30, 40,000, they're making all new frames for you. They're just getting rid of your stock frame and they're just making all new chassis for you, everything just that works. And it's all like, technology. They have like, air
Oh,
management
yeah.
systems. They have air management systems that you can work with your phone, leveling, sensors and stuff like that. So it all starts to add up, So but just in general, everything's very expensive now. Shops, from
when I
material,
did my air
from
ride,
material to everything is very
my
expensive.
truck
So
started as an air.
yeah, so his started with air.
My
Same
Reina
thing.
started as
Same thing. He
air
was probably
ride,
to like
yeah.
15, 20 when he first laid it out.
Yeah, back then in 2010, and then it did the full body drop. The big notch, and I went to the show, Woodland.
Woodland.
We went to Woodland, and
that's
it was
right,
still
yeah.
on air. And I went out there. I took the show out there, and I was able to qualify. So I went to Vegas, and I won the Vegas show. But then the people on the internet,
The criticism.
I got
That's not a low rider.
criticism.
Why has he got airbags? No
why is he on
hydraulics.
airbags? He's not on hydraulics. His wheels are so big. My wheels were engraved. I had
airbrush. I mean,
airbrush by Alberto. He did the Reina on the hood. I had all my mods, full chrome, engraved engine, interior, every mod. I mean,
Full
it was
frame off, right?
I had it was a frame off completely. But the people were on there and they were nasty. They were really nasty.
What was
on
that
the internet.
website? Was it Lay Low?
Lady Low, probably, or one of those. And, and I would read them. I'm not going to say I didn't. I'm like, you know what, fuckers, I'm coming out harder next year. And that's when I decided I'm going to go.
Look where all that hate got you.
Exactly.
How many chapters do you have?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
Can't believe how you guys, and then some of your standards and bylaws and what you do.
Right.
It's different. Some of it's different from the traditional cars, but you guys are the same.
Yeah. I mean, we're
Yeah.
basically the same. You put all of our cars, I know people are going to be like, nah, those aren't Lowriders, no Impalas, no this, no that. I'm building an Impala. We're building classics too, slowly.
Yeah.
Because, I'm getting older. I want a classic, So,
So that's
I'm a
like
classic.
older
So I
people
want a
want a
classic.
classic.
We're all older now.
So you don't want-
come on, it was 20
when
years
you
ago.
Look at most of the suspension shops today, even the hydraulic shops.
Yeah.
When it plain out, just talking about suspension, look where we're at today compared to 20 years ago.
yeah,
Today, where we were 10 years ago,
yeah.
and now
Yeah.
innovations, ridiculous
Innovation, the air
technology,
ride,
and
the
everything.
airbags, they're
Why
stronger,
though?
they're
Why
quiet.
not just hydraulics?
Yeah.
Because of airbags,
Mhm.
because of to lay out a car, and then you don't want a brand new Escalade to just go over the railroad
Bottom
tracks,
out.
lose
Yeah,
control, and
bottom
flip
out.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a comfortable ride, so it's got to be done right.
Done.
So it's all been trial and error for a long time,
Right.
and it's perfected, and now it costs that much.
It costs that much. But in my mind, I'm still with the prices of 15 years ago. And when I go in now,
Oh, I am too.
it's like, what? And I'm like,
And a
oh.
lot of people got lucky with sponsorships too. A lot of people got sponsorships, and
Yeah, back then we got them.
what ended up messing up sponsorships too, where people were getting sponsorship and then they were selling the stuff or they were selling the car. Like, dude, you didn't even do 3 shows with it or 2 shows to you show off the sponsor. So now with sponsors, the companies nowadays, they just give you costs. They want to give you at least cost so they can cover their cost. And I mean, that's good enough because everything's very expensive now, So
Yeah.
You guys look at future builds because the club is.
Yeah, we
You got to
do.
keep up.
We
right?
do. Like a lot of us, like him, he started doing the Impala and the 62. Hopefully that will be done soon.
Mhm.
I did one at one point as well, but little bumps throughout the road. I had to sell it, but I was building it too. All chrome undercarriage, but it just had to hit a little plateau for me. And the other guys too, they're thinking of building new cars as well. So a lot of us do think about that, building more cars, and some on the works. And
It's been hard recruiting, but people show up on their own.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know, because like it's the different scenes right now. A lot of the truck scene, and when we say truck scene, we mean the
The trucking, like just like single cabs or
single
four-door
cab,
trucks, just
you know,
trucks,
the
trucks.
burnouts and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know,
Trucks,
that's
yeah.
not our scene. It's not the nocturnal scene, but you know, a lot of our members love to go to those shows. We encourage it as long as you don't get out of hand, you know. But you know, a lot of those younger guys, a lot of them put wheels, a lot of them don't put wheels. You know, they're doing big oversized wheels, which the trucks to me look very nice to be burning like that, but to each his own.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of them are on stocks as well, but their engines are very altered. Like, you know, they got souped up engines, and not a lot of them have paint jobs. A lot of them do now, but
You guys are all about paint.
yeah.
You got to protect that $40,000
Yeah.
tag.
Yeah.
So I understand that. So how did it all begin for you guys? Let's go back past 25 years. What got you into this?
for me, for
Was it
Nocturnal,
76 Caprice or was it Tahoe neighbor with a Tahoe
now
Slam?
that got me, it was a 2-door Tahoe
Uh-huh.
that because the lowrider at the time I couldn't afford, because I just couldn't at the time. So I had a 2-door Tahoe 92, and I started fixing that up, painting it, and that's when I joined Nocturnal.
What about the Volkswagen? You got to go back to
Well,
the Volkswagen.
yeah,
before
exactly.
that,
You
I
gotta go back to
before
Volkswagen.
They're part of this whole thing too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a Volkswagen. Got you
Go to the
cars.
Volkswagen. Go to the
Yeah, in
Volkswagen.
94, 95, I was all into Volkswagens at the time. I lived in Boyle Heights, grew up there. The one that got me more into like lowriding is also from the Artistics. He was
Yeah.
my neighbor. He was like my neighbor, lived down the street. So I always loved lowriders at the time, my pops too. But I started in Volkswagens. Volkswagens back in Volksstyle was our first car club we started
cool.
with me and my friends.
Yeah.
And my compadres and them still run it to this day. But in 2000s, I started growing out of it, because I seen the modern trucks, the modern cars, like you said, 20-inch wheels was like the shit at the time. So I had a 2-door Tahoe. I started building the 2-door Tahoe, and I went low, and then I got into like lifted trucks, and then I lifted it on some big old wheels. I don't know what I was thinking at the time, but I did 52-inch military tires at one point, and I just kept on going from there. And I love Nocturnal because Nocturnal gave me a place where I don't have to get rid of the truck, either low or high. And we're just modern cars. I just kept on going from there. From there, just went from that to a brand new Cadillac. I fixed up my Cadillac. Then from my Cadillac, from the Impala, now my C10. My C10 is the last one right now that I've been working on.
Yeah. Me?
How do you follow that?
I
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, he could.
probably
Yeah.
probably can't. No, but like he said, well, I grew up in Hollywood,
Mhm.
and I always used to go to Hollywood and right there on the Hollywood on Boulevard and look at the lowriders pass by. Back in 1982,
Santa
83, Santa Monica. No, I didn't go.
See, they're
I didn't
breaking
go to
the
the
rules
lefty
again.
side. I went to the Zacatecas side. Yeah, I didn't go to the lefty side.
Yeah.
So I used to love the magazine since I was a kid. So when I hit probably high school, my first car was an '81 Monte Carlo. I dropped it back then. Oilies they heated my coils and they dropped it. Then from there I went to a mini truck. I joined the mini truck club back in '89. Started one with one of my best friends, my compadre. Didn't work out so good. Then in high school I started fixing up a Silverado, and I juiced it, and I put hydraulics in it. I put a bed by A&G down in East LA. They did
Yeah.
the bed. I don't know if you remember Evergreen Hydraulics
Yeah, I do.
with Richard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Richard did
By
my
Manuel
truck.
Stepayak up the
Yeah,
street.
there you go. Yeah, exactly.
God, I haven't heard of Evergreen
Yeah.
in a long time.
Evergreen did my truck. Yeah,
That's
that was
cool.
back in 90, actually 1990. He did a big Silverado truck, and we did the hydraulics. I did the lowrider shows back at the sports arena at the Coliseum. So, after that, I took the truck apart, took a break, an unexpected break, and then when I came back,
It
when
was
I
20s.
yeah, when I came back, I was reading magazines.
You were 30. You're
I was
30.
out at school, and it said that 20s were, and I'm like, 20-inch wheels. How is that possible to put on a car? When I left, the biggest one was 17, and I'm like, okay. So I kept reading up on it. I went to a show and I saw Nokturnal, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna check these guys out because I really like the little lineup they had right there. I saw Chito's car, the red Impala, the '96, the SS, and then I saw Sinister's 300, and I'm like, you know what? This looks like a cool thing. I'm gonna go away from the lowrider scene a little bit, and I think I was part of Legions. You remember Legions?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
Okay.
bike club. They
Yeah.
became bigger than
Yeah,
us,
yeah.
than the actual car club itself in Pasadena. So I bought a Avalanche, and my brand new Avalanche. I took it to a meeting, and I got the Lambo doors, and I got an air ride on it, and I was able to join Nokturnal, 2005. Then a year later, I became council member under the old president with these guys there. And then I was the oldest one. I'm like at least 10 years, 8 years older than a lot of these guys still are. And, you know, I don't know, they got a liking to me. So they started bumping me up a little bit more and more. And we had a little bit of bickering, you know, between the club. And we had elections. And I was voted in as president. We said, you know, we'll hold election again in a couple of years. Let's see how this happens, how this goes. And to this day, I'm still here
With hard work.
doing the work. You know, there's a lot of work. You
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
there's a lot of it.
You know, a lot of work that a lot of
People
people
don't
don't
understand.
see, that don't
Go
understand.
to sleep and wake
It's
up with the
because
same problems.
it's
You know,
because
exactly.
The crew's good of what he has, you know?
You know, I got a good crew.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
We
Oh
haven't-
no,
Guys,
that'll always
Yeah.
be.
dude, my council.
You have to
all
be in
these guys,
sync, man.
If it wasn't for
Chemistry.
them, Nocturnal
Yeah.
would have fallen apart. I'm not.
So like all of our councils were
Yeah.
all 20 plus.
Yeah, they're all 20 plus years with me. My council, you know, he's been there before I joined. Like I said, Bear, Rudy was there before. You know, we brought in.
Probably up 13, 14.
Yeah, we brought in Lefty because, you know, he's been a hard worker here in LA, and they helped me run it. And without them, it's impossible. You know.
How do you guys come to a good conclusion? Do you guys all vote or
Yes, we vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, we vote. We bring it up. We usually have the council meetings at my house.
and whatever is said there that
Whatever
goes?
said
Yeah.
goes. And
That's
if,
cool.
if there was 2 nays and 5 yays, the nays better go with the yays. You know.
We talk about it like
we talk
everything.
about it, we
you know,
discuss it, we
did
break it down.
argue, don't, but not arguments, just like,
I
nah,
think
you know?
we all talk about it and come to senses to be able to make that person understand
Yeah.
from all perspectives, all point of view, to be able to all agree on it, you know, to be able to, all right, you know.
It's just for the good of the club.
And you got to
know.
think with the times, they always change.
Yeah.
Of course,
You have to
we try
adapt.
to change with the times as well.
Mhm.
We're not trying to be a dictatorship or only because you guys have been around the longest. No, it's like we know that this works, so why not keep it, letting it work, so that we could be another 25 years here.
Mhm.
You guys have been around a while, you know. Other clubs that we hear, all these plaques behind us, they've been around for a while because they must follow certain rules and certain criteria, and you know,
Certain
that's what we
standards,
want.
certain
Certain standards.
I've heard most of
You know?
their stories up here, plus a lot more. It's like counseling for me. But I swear to you guys, every one of them runs their car clubs a different way.
Right.
And the last couple meetings I had, even with the presidents,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I learned a few things for myself, even though I've been in it for a long time. You do have to adapt. You can't be stubborn. You can't be old fashioned,
Mhm.
but you got to uphold the standards, because if you don't in low riding, then how does somebody go across the street and see a brand new, let's go Escalade,
Yeah.
Navigator slammed on the floor,
Right.
and it's all painted and everything? It's still low rider. And then what are we doing here? We're growing,
Right. We're growing.
you know? And that's how it keeps it going. We all have traditions.
Right.
25 years is a hell of a tradition.
Mhm.
It's a
And
hell
if
of
you
a
guys,
long time.
but you always got to worry about that one guy that gets in about 2 years
Yeah,
Hmm.
of
and
course.
bends the rules and takes the whole damn thing down.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
So-
it starts
Because The law of averages
takes one
and
bad
that man
apple.
upstairs will test you.
Yeah.
And it starts to contaminate other members.
Yeah.
Think that way.
And you ruin the.
Yeah, no, we've had that.
Oh, we had that.
Yeah.
We've had that.
We've had that.
Oh, we had that a lot.
You gotta go out and take a step
Yeah,
back
we-
and
we-
really appreciate where you're at. I do.
Right.
I mean, I'm thinking about the way you guys. This is cool.
Yeah, 25 years is a long time.
It's hard to get guys in sync
Yeah.
that think the same way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot because sometimes times get tough for certain members. You know,
Yeah.
everybody, not just the economy. Everything changes, so some members can't do as much as they were doing before. Some members get injured. Some members get sick. Some members, it's just
Some members get laid off.
Times
Some
changes.
members,
you know. Sometimes
You
we're
know.
in the streets 40 deep. Sometimes we could be 10 deep, just
Right.
because a lot of the members are down. But we're still hanging in there. We're still going hard. And
some
I think
members
we're-
are LOA because you know what? They're having a hard time, but they still want to be part of Nocturnal.
yeah, or
You know,
work,
but
or work.
sometimes some of the current members want to get on the LOA members, and why aren't you out and this and that? I'm like, dude, take it easy,
Yeah,
everything will
There's
come
always
to
somebody that's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna bend the system though.
right.
Yeah.
up until it comes to them. And when it comes to them being down, they're like, oh, now I understand. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, dude, like it happens. There's times that some members have family things. A lot of the members started businesses, so they're focusing on their business. They're focused on their business, and then once they're ready and established, then they come back and continue with the car scene, and they're back. So we let everybody do their thing. And if they're not around, just take an LOA.
It's hard to be even across the board, right?
Mhm.
So what got you into this whole thing here with these guys?
Yeah, I just like customizing cars since I was young. I started customizing. Started with I've always had the modern cars. I never had a lowrider. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never had a lowrider. I started with like a little S10. I started with little S10. Started customizing that when the TVs were out and the headrest, the visors, and everything. So I just slowly started getting into that, and then one day I went to a show and I seen them when they put their cars in the jack stand, and that motivated me. When I seen the Navigator Massive came out, Massive Destruction came out with
Good
the
man, right
engraving and the
Chema.
Yeah, he's
and
the best.
and the engraving and the off the frame, and I seen that, and then I seen him, and I'm like, dude, that looks badass. A newer car to have a chrome undercarriage, engraved paint, wheels, that's badass. So I'm like, so I just went with that, and then took off from there, and just like the whole. When I came out, when I first debuted my truck, I think I was like third place best of show. So that just motivated me, just keep going till I reached the pinnacle of being first and just being out there, So when I first built my truck, I just towed it everywhere because I had chrome brakes, chrome calipers, chrome
Everything.
everything. So I didn't drive it. I never enjoyed it. I ended up selling it to Texas. I went to Texas for about 8-9 years. And then recently the guy put it for sale and I bought it back from him. And I just redid it all over again and made it fully drivable. I drive the shit out of that truck now. Like I make it so reliable. Like I'm at the shop during the week. I'll take it to the shop, maintenance it, have it ready for the weekend. I'm on it all weekend, driving it everywhere, just driving it, just enjoying it, And
Oh yeah.
but that's what got me into it. Just as a kid, just customizing cars and then seeing them and just got into the big boy league with these guys, So they've been good ever since, So
We better.
yeah, they've been good,
How
So
much younger are you from these guys?
I'm 41, so he's 63, probably about 22 years younger than him. Nah,
Say
But
it's
see,
about 10.
he thinks
no,
old.
we're all the same age.
Yeah, he thinks old. though.
Now
And
we're
he
all
keeps you on the edge because he's young. Though.
no, we're all
That's what
around the
works.
same.
Yeah,
I'm 40,
that's how you guys
41.
mesh.
We're all
You guys
we're on
mesh
the same.
together well.
Yeah, so we're all around the same age. We get along really well, and it's like a family. Honestly,
Yeah, it is.
We're family oriented, very family oriented. When we have our things, we don't ever say, "Oh, no wives allowed," unless it's a meeting. It's only members. But other than that, when we have car shows, bring the
Family.
wives, bring the kids, bring everybody.
Good.
We're family oriented, very big on that. So
Exactly.
and
We're-
thankfully we've. I mean, not that I know of in the 14 years that I've been in it, haven't had an issue of no member being with another member's wife or trying to get another member's wife since I've been around. I don't know if they have any stories of that, but thankfully it's been good. Since the last 14 years, it's been really good.
I'll take
So
the fifth over here.
yeah, so it's been really good. So it's been really good.
We can edit this.
Yeah,
We can fix that if
The
you
club
guys
has been
want.
really good. No drama, no problems. It's been really really good. It's really good. It's
Go to
evolving.
church on Sunday, man,
Go to
and pray
church
that
on
you guys
Sunday.
are like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we stay good.
Pray
so.
for me.
Our scene is
Um,
coming back, so that's what's
What's
good
your
about
story? Because
Man, my story, shit. Early 90s, man. My two older brothers were from a car club. They had the little mini trucks.
yeah,
Since then, man, collecting Lowrider magazines, building little model cars, building Lowrider bikes. And then so I got old enough, I bought my brother's truck, fixed that up. And it was just, I started with the Lowrider, little mini truck, little what is it, a Nissan hardbody, Dayton's, hydraulics. Sold it, got the Yukon, big wheels, and just kept going, man. Yeah. Yeah, so shit. So I was like, what, 11, 12 when I started, customizing stuff, man.
But Bear's also good with tools.
Yeah.
He's always helps us out whenever we get stuck anywhere.
Anywhere.
Since I joined Nokturnal, he was always the go-to
He's a
guy.
mechanic.
He's
Yeah.
MacGyver.
He'll switch
The MacGyver. He's the MacGyver, yeah.
He'll switch the airbag on the side of the road.
Yeah, he'll switch it out, and he knew everything, man. He always got us out of
Like just
any
not too long
jam.
ago, I had blew a hose and he had hose clamps like this
Yeah, he carries
middle of
Gotta
everything.
be ready, man.
in the middle of the road.
I know one of your neighbors is just down up the street from you.
Yeah.
He's a Mickey rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be stopping by your pad now that he knows that you're a MacGyver.
Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
the MacGyver right there.
Yeah, because of him, we got a lot of our members, and like me, he gives us a lot of help.
Yeah.
Like I would have been at a big shop getting the C notch and all that on my C10, but instead I called MacGyver and he helped me out a lot. He really did help me a lot. We shortened the rear end and we did all that. C notched it.
How he says we motivated him,
Yeah,
he's motivating me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm bringing out La Reina, which was parked for what? Jesus, 8 years,
years.
9 years?
Since I sold my truck.
Yeah,
I sold it,
pretty
And
much.
just the paint going inside the lens.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw that one day, I walked by, I saw that, I had to come back and look. It's like, God damn.
Yeah.
The detail on that. That was
Javier
badass.
got down on that.
Yeah.
Javier from Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
No, he's a
amazing.
great painter. Great
Yeah,
family.
yeah, Hector
is so
tuned it
blessed,
up again,
Javier.
for he could drive it around
he
too.
wants to
That's
drive
what
it. Same thing. He didn't really
pumped
drive
up
it
too.
as much, and now he
yeah,
wants to drive. Everybody's in the
I'm
street.
redoing it right now so that I can hit the streets with it. I want to be able to cruise it one day because I never drove
Never
it
enjoyed it.
as La Reina on the street ever. It went straight to the trailers,
to the show floor and
to
back
the
to the
show
trailer.
floors, and it never hit. But
Everything here is lowrider
yeah,
oriented.
Yes.
yeah.
The paint, the customizing. I already said the striping, the interiors,
Yeah.
everything that you guys do, even with the traditional cars, around for 25 years. You guys get along good. You're all meshed together very well. What would be your advice out there? You're just as, no one's better than you guys. I don't care what car club's out there. We're all in this whole mess together.
Right.
Especially right now, low riding it almost. I almost have to have another rant again because because there's a lot of car clubs that are all fighting with each other now. There's a lot of civil wars and the chapters don't get along with each other. The generation gaps of young members with the old members.
I think what
don't
happened with
mesh.
us, our civil war happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And
So you
we
went
haven't-
through it already
We
and it
went
hasn't
through
come
it
back?
at an early stage, and we haven't let that affect us anymore. We told ourselves, and they can attest to it, and lefties probably heard it a lot of times too. We're not going to let something like that ever split us up or get us down again or make us fight between members or anything like that. We're here because we want to be here. We're here because we want to grow this club and because we just want to make sure that everybody has a good time. That's what Sundays are for. To enjoy your car, be on a nice picnic out there in the cruise on the boulevard. Now that they're opening it up again, cruising's legal. Lefties hitting the streets like, every Sunday. We were on Whittier Boulevard with him, with Bear, with Rudy. I mean, it's wonderful. I mean, the rest of the Nocturnals are out there as well. Shout out to all of our chapters out there, They're putting in a lot of work. A lot of people might not see it because, there's no more magazines.
Yeah.
But if you follow certain members, and man, social media, people be putting up stuff, but our Texas chapters putting in a lot of work. Like Florida, Virginia, they have like I told you, the bigger wheels. It's a little bit different culture. But even in Texas, when they had those
Vogues.
what are they called?
Vogues, right?
Vogues.
The,
Oh, the swingers.
the swingers,
Those-
the Vogues.
Yeah, those
swingers,
big,
Vogues.
Crazy ass knockoffs, I guess.
Like a chariot.
yeah,
But
exactly.
for them, it's that's the hot spot
Yeah,
for them, and they be
you know. But
It's the
You have to
long, big
respect
spokes.
everybody's
Yeah.
style.
exactly,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
don't.
style.
We've never.
Whatever comes out of their
Just
heart,
like-
man,
like
that's a
more than
personality.
thicker white walls, right?
Yeah,
Thicker
yeah,
white
yeah.
walls. You know, everybody
Same
is
thing.
different. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
but they're still all incorporated somehow, somewhat. The lowrider culture.
Yeah.
You know, and just motivated.
The
them to
Fresno
do it,
brothers, you know, they hold it tight for us up there.
Yeah.
Modesto holds us
Good
tight.
advice, man.
Yeah.
You guys have. We should all follow that way.
But you know,
Yeah, we just
none of us ever gotten in a big argument. Actually,
no.
never.
We just have to
Yeah,
have
if you're not having fun, why do it, man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's spoil a
having
good
fun.
thing, right?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a getaway, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what we
That's
do
what it
tell
is.
people too.
It's a
man.
getaway.
It's a getaway from the stress of either work, your relationship, if you want to say that, because cars is, you go see cars, like to me, or I know a lot of them say the same thing. I love going to lowrider shows and I'm just looking like at the colors, the way they did it, why they do it. And in your head, you're doing your own story of why they did that,
Mhm.
how they did that.
Yeah.
So it takes your mind away from everything. You just blank everything out. And so I tell people, enjoy the cars. Like,
Enjoy the moment.
enjoy the moment,
Enjoy the
enjoy the
moment.
time.
Stop looking
like,
at other people why they have this,
and if
why they
there's
don't have
dudes
this.
tripping, like, dude, let it be, man. Don't let it be your. Then you don't get involved. Don't go out there try to get involved. Let that be. Like for us, the like members that we would have problems with, a couple of us will be like, man, we want to attend to it. Let it be, dude. Let him kick himself out. And at the end of the day, they do. They walk out on their own. And
Very
we're like,
rare when we kick the member.
yeah,
We could hand you the rope.
yeah,
To hang yourself.
yeah.
hang yourself.
So
We'll give you enough slack so you can hang
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah. So I think that's what, since a lot of us are like that,
It's been years.
there's not a lot of issues because we just
Yeah.
kick back. We just sit back, let it,
Yeah.
let it simmer, and that dude will walk off on his own.
Yeah.
What's your advice over there?
On what?
Because you're younger than everybody. And how does the future go?
How it's going. I mean, I feel like since I've been out, since I got my truck back, everybody's in the streets. You see a lot of beautiful lowriders, jack stand lowrider on the streets, enjoying their car, cruising. I just
So
feel
you know
like
what? You
just
see a lot of cars.
a lot of cars that you
That's
haven't
all-
seen in a
they
very
have-
long time, and they're out there.
Yeah, I don't get that sometimes, book man.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
extreme,
Yeah.
right? That's why we're all in this. There's no limits.
I just feel like a person should do what they can do. Never do it to impress nobody. At the end of the day, do what
Very
you
well
could
said.
do. Do what you could do. Do what you enjoy. Do what you like. Don't do it to impress this person or I want to be better than that person. It's not gonna happen, bro. There's always gonna be somebody better. There's always gonna be somebody with more money than you. So at the end of the day, do what you could. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I just do what I can and enjoy it and love it and just be out there on the streets. That's what I do.
Exactly.
You know?
And you bear.
Oh man, I've said it all the time at RVs, man. If I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always there, man. I'm always having fun. Like all these car shows, like, oh, how come I didn't win? I'm like, don't worry about that, man. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna be a
Just
trophy,
wait.
if you're gonna be
Yeah.
a trophy chaser, you're gonna be disappointed sometimes.
We're done.
Just
Yeah,
be
you're
out
not
there,
We're
bro.
done.
Be out there.
We're done with
there.
trophy chasing.
Yeah, be out there and just
Yeah,
enjoy
don't
it.
like it. Like Lefty pumps up the younger ones, and our younger boys, like mine, that are in their 20s, they like what he's coming out with, and then the guys that come out. So it's very cool to see that too. Like your kids doing it, the boys, that we know right now. So
Every car club needs a couple characters, man.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, we have
for sure.
characters.
To lift us all up.
Oh, we have characters.
Yeah,
Oh,
characters.
we have
And
characters.
it
Makes it
pushes
go round.
Yeah. Oh, we have characters.
Like me, I'm the type too. Like I'm tired from work and this and that. And Lefty's like, "Oh, come on, fool, let's go take a little cruise." And then I'm like, "Damn, again? Why can't you do 3 in a day, bro? Like, relax."
Yeah. Every day. Now, nowadays you have Modelo Monday, you have Taco Tuesdays, you have White Wall Wednesdays, you have Thirsty Thursdays, and you have Fridays a weekend, and then Saturdays a car show, then Sundays cruising. It's like every day there's something going on, and I'll be at stuff almost every day, and I'm like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Fool? I'm like, "I'm out, fool."
Yeah.
And-
So it does pump us up. It
Yeah, and
pumps it up to get out
sometimes
there,
I
too.
just go because you have some members like, oh, it's only me. Where's everybody at? Like, people got jobs, bro. People got stuff to do during the week. They just can't get up and go. So yeah, I just go. I send a text. I'm gonna be here if you guys want to go. If not, it's fine. I understand. I just like to go. I like to roll. I like to just dip.
Yeah, we get those characters. Yeah, the ones that-
Cartoon characters.
Yeah, they start,
Everybody,
get upset. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you there? Like at the end of the day, we're not gonna question a member on what's his finances, why he can't
No.
go, what's his schedule. Hey, if you can make it, you can make it. As long as you make it to the mandatory meetings, as long as you make it to mandatory shows, that's all we ask from you. Other than that, you have a great excuse. I couldn't get the day off. That's fine with us. Work
Yeah.
comes first. Family
work always comes first. That's
Family
the
comes
number one
first.
thing in our meeting.
Also,
Work
but-
and family always come first,
Yeah.
and then us.
yeah,
So make sure that you guys take care of that. We will never ask you to miss work.
Yeah.
That's common sense, like you said.
Anything else, guys, as we come to a close of this show?
Well, I just want to give a big shout out. Some shout outs to our chapters, to like Damon Lucky out there in Texas,
Mhm.
who holds our people out there. Shozo from Japan. He's also 15 years now out there.
Big germ.
And he's coming.
Texas.
He's coming over. Yeah, he should be over here in September, hopefully.
I'll be out there in October.
Yeah, you're going out there to Tokyo. Yeah,
it's hard. It's hard to remember all the members. So
every
if we forget
member.
a
Yeah,
member, don't
if I forget
continue to-
anybody, I
Forgive when
apologize.
That's the best way to
Yeah.
say it,
Yeah.
right?
If I-
So we
if I-
have, big shout out to.
But we
San
see everybody,
Diego.
though.
San Diego, Jaime's been holding it down for a long time. That
San
chapter.
Diego,
Jose
Jose up
Beto
north,
out of Oxnard. We have
Scooby's
Chema
coming
Chema
back.
from the A18 with the massive, who's
Yeah.
been holding it down.
Chema Lopez, Scooby and Bakersfield, the Fresnox guys.
Dude, Fresno, man. Damn, they've been putting in work.
Doing a lot of
Yeah,
work.
Fresno,
the brothers out there.
Milwaukee. We got our Milwaukee people up
Japan.
there. Japan, Chozo, Buffalo,
Canada.
Canada. It's hard to name everybody, but we're thinking about everybody. And it's just hard to name everybody. But we're here. We're not going anywhere. Like I always tell the members, they always know that. As long as you guys keep coming to our meetings, keep showing up, and keep riding with those flags in our cars, we'll be here. We're not going nowhere. We're gonna try to build more rides as we're getting a little bit older here. Lefty with his truck, he's pushing all of us to go out there on the street again. We used to do just shows, but we're starting to do cruise. That's how we started nocturnal cruising
Yeah.
and, hitting the streets. So we're going to go back to that. We went a little bit into the show scene a lot, but now we're going to come back and also hit the streets.
Big shout out to
Change
John
things up.
Ramos. He gave us
John
our avenue.
Ramos, he gave us our
Good guy,
avenue.
man. Good man, right there.
John and Miles.
John and Miles gave us our
Miles
avenue
Cooley,
for
so
our,
gave us our
for the
avenue.
car shows. So
Yeah.
big shout out
Really
to them.
good guys, man.
Well, I'd like to give shout out to you guys, man, for always supporting Lowrider back in the days with all the different features in the magazine, the shows, the support, even after when it ended, even with original Lowrider, you guys were always there and big time support, man. I'll never forget you guys, man. No, you guys deserve to be here. At the end of the day, Nokturnal Car Club. Nocturnal Car and Truck Club, everybody. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. We're all in this together. Big wheels, but they are big time in the low riding culture. Special episode. It was good talking to you guys. Cleansed my soul on this one. It was great having you guys here. A variety of everything. So there you go, another episode of the Wired Down Show, everybody. We went nocturnal on this episode. Hope you loved it. Catch you next Friday.